today, September 15th, 2024, Sunday evening, 7:21 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're looking at the Nikkei, the NKD. Today is a Japanese holiday, so I wasn't planning on trading it because I wasn't expecting any volatility, but as you can see, we're getting volatility. I've mentioned in other videos there's a pattern and a rhythm to the Nikkei, and here it is. This is the perfect. This happens a lot. Not every day. You gotta look at price action, but overnight open sells off a little bit, and about 6 o'clock or so. Well, right here it's 5:30. Usually about 6 o'clock or so, it'll start going up to about 7 when the Japanese market opens. And if we look here, let me see, 7 o'clock. We got a little spike. This is what typically happens. Get a little spike right at open. 30 seconds later, a minute later, it'll sell off, and it will sell off until about 7:30ish, and then it usually reverses because the Japanese market is closed tonight. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Like I said, I wasn't going to trade this because the Japanese market's closed, but there's a lot of volatility for some reason, so I'm looking for a reversal, possibly get in. Now I'm looking for a reversal on price action. I would like to see a double bottom. I would love to see. This would be the perfect for me. Come down here, double bottom, and then give me a next candle pierce the body of the bottom candle. That's what I'm looking at. I use ThinkorSwim to plan my trades. I use a 30-minute chart. I use a volume profile set for 2 days, time frame 2 days, and you'll notice this is set. This particular volume profile, I actually have 2 of them, so I can have the 98 percentile and the 68 percentile, green being 98. 2 standard deviations, just a little over 95's 2 standard deviations. 98 is an extreme. This is value area high extreme, value area low extreme, point of control. So I'm using 98% for value area high extreme, 68% for value area low. Point of control set by the system. Value area low extreme. So at 98%. And you'll notice I have levels. I have the this would be the closing. It's called the expected move. I'm not even going to get into that right now. It's just the way I title it. It's Friday's close. I'll do this every day. I'll put the prior day's close. That's going to be my gap line. I want to see if it gaps up or down. Japanese market opens at 7, though. They're on a holiday today, so I'm not really expecting normalcy. Volatility typically happens in the ES or the NQ at opens, where you get your real big volatility. Well, it's no different for Nikkei at night when they open. For those of you who don't know what the Nikkei is, it's 225 stocks comparable to the S&P 500. They got their industrials and their tech and their consumer staples and all that in that particular index. So that's what it is, very much comparable to the S&P 500, except there's only 225 stocks. So I'm using up here, I have the prior day close, high, prior day close, low. I got the current day high, current day low, and right here was the prior day close. This is all dynamically generated, so I don't have to do this every day on ThinkorSwim, though I do have to on my top step chart. I have to transfer them over. And this is the open. This is the overnight open right here. Things I'm most interested in are these levels here, all these levels here. And I also use the average true range. I'm a big fan of expected moves set up by the options chain, and I got videos on that if you want to go look, that I will do on the NQ and ES and gold and whatnot. There is no option chain for Nikkei, so what I do for an expected move for the Nikkei is I will get the average true range daily, average true range, and I'll get that on Sunday night because it will change from Friday close to Sunday night open, and I will set that as an expected move. And this is new for me, by the way, this particular way of doing it, so I'm testing it out to see how that works. Over here I got cumulative delta. It's this buying and selling pressure. And the RSI, I got this on the 1 minute. So I'm looking for my entries off of this one. Over here, the RSI is 30 minute. I'm just looking at the general trend. And on this chart here, I'm keeping an eye on the hourly, both on the cumulative delta, on the MACD, and the RSI. And I got this one set to 10 days. I'm looking at 2 weeks of data here. So I got my volume profile. This particular volume profile is set, both of them. I have to do two, one for the 68, one for the 98. Set the tick size and day. It's going to adjust based on how many days you have your volume profile, your chart set to. This volume profile here is different. It's also 2, so I can no, it's just 1. Yeah, I'm just interested in the extremes. And this one is done tick size, and I'm setting it to chart, and I put it on expansion because I just want that particular day. So I'm looking at each day's volume profile going back, and it's actually plotting it out right now, a new one. But really, volume profile after open to U.S. Open, it becomes you could trade off the current volume profile, but overnight it's building a volume profile here, but you trade off the prior day's volume profile here. So I got charts on, I got videos on all of that. We can see right now the Nikkei is showing selling pressure on the hourly. And it's also showing it on the RSI. And the MACD, I don't really do trade entries off the MACD. I'm just getting a general idea of what's up. The MACD is, all twisted up right now. So we're not looking, or I'm not looking right now at really an opportunity to trade. Really because the Japanese market's not open. But if we get some volatility going after 7:30 and a reversal, I may throw one, and it's looking like it's 7:30 now, coming up on 7:30. The RSI is showing possible reversal. Cumulative delta is showing a possible reversal at 7:30, which would be typical. Which would be definitely typical if the Japanese market was open, a reversal at 7:30. Another market comes on at 8:30. I think it's a Chinese market, not 100% sure, don't really care, but volatility picks up again at 8:30. This is all Central Standard Time I'm talking about here. I have a video on the cumulative delta, and also this is only for ThinkorSwim, and also a link where you can load it into your ThinkorSwim if you use ThinkorSwim. I will try and remember to put both of those videos, the cumulative delta and volume profile videos, on there. I do need to update the volume. I don't have actually, I'm not going to do put the volume profile video on, because I don't have one showing. This is something that I've developed since my last foray or video with the volume profile. This is completely new. It's helped a lot. So I'm looking at 2 days here. So it's going back and grabbing these 2 days profiles right here. You'll notice there's the top, and here's the bottom of this one. So it's got both of these profiles is showing right now. That's what it's showing right now. And I'm very much interested in these levels. Very much interested. I'm looking for reversals or targets. whatnot on these levels. I got one dynamic level. That's the VWAP. It's the only one I got on there is VWAP. All roads lead to VWAP. But let me see here. We might have a trade. We'll see what it does here at VWAP. I'd like to see it get above VWAP and maybe back test it. So let's look at it on the 1 minute. I want to see it get above VWAP and come back and back test VWAP, and then continue on up. If it does that, I'm going to throw on a trade. So let's just watch it for a little bit. I'm looking at the 30-minute chart really to gauge when I want to start looking for a trade on either the 1 minute or the 5 minute. Usually it's the 5 minute that I'm looking for my entry, but because it's right here at VWAP, I'm looking for price to get above it and come back and back test it before I get back in, because it could just go back on down. But you notice it's hovering around Friday's close, which is this right here, which this here will stay here for Friday's close. And tomorrow I moved it, I call it the gap line, because I want to know if it gaps up or down off this line at open. And this is the one I will adjust on a daily basis for the previous close. And this one here will just stay right there, as will these. These will stay as well. The average true range, top and bottom, will stay throughout the week. So look, you see it didn't get it, even though it cleared this particular candle, which I was looking for. It's hit the VWAP and it's coming back down. So that's why I was waiting to see if it's going to get up and hold. If it gets up, comes back and back test, I'm expecting this is the next target. And that next target is based on, let's put this on the 30 minute here. That next target is based on the top of this candle right here. Top of these two candles right here. Expect it to make a double top and reject off of there, but it could come down here. Let's move this up a little bit, down to one of these two targets here if it wants to collapse. And you know, and frankly, because of the daily, I'm looking at the daily too. If you notice that it's came up and it's put in a top here, it's come down, it's come up, but it still looks like it's rolling over a little bit. And the RSI on the daily look like that might be true. It may not go back up. It would be nice if it does. And what I got right here is the MACD without the histogram. Those aren't moving averages. Well, they are in a way, but I just put the MACD up here on my chart. I just want to see it up there. And I have no idea why I got this line here. That's obviously, oh, that's the MACD 0 line. I need to get rid of that. Let me see, where are we at? Let's get rid of the MACD 0 line. So I really don't care about that. So let's see here. I missed it. I should have, because it was a Japanese holiday, I didn't bother looking, which I should have, because this one thing that Nikkei is good about is respecting double tops and double bottoms. And look at this. It opened tonight and come down here and double bottom, and I mean it rocketed up. But this move was over before I even turned on my computer, because frankly I wasn't planning on trading tonight, being a Japanese holiday. And I'm probably still not going to trade tonight. But that's the pattern and the rhythm. The pattern and the rhythm that I have noticed in the Nikkei is let's just look at this a little bit closer. We'll go back 10 days, and let's say 30 minutes. Let's get rid of, hide the MACD for a minute. The pattern and the rhythm. Let's look here. Pattern and rhythm opens up. Typically will spike up a little bit, sell down, say 5:30, 6 o'clock, and start coming back up. And then at 6 o'clock, 6:30ish, somewhere around there, it seems like it wants to sell down. And then 7 o'clock or so, we'll get a spike. That's actually, we need to look on this at the 5 minutes, because that's what I'm actually looking for on the trades. So let's look here. All right. So you see the 7 o'clock spike. It's a big spike. Then it came in and sold down until 7:20. So that's the reversal. This is what I trade often. Though, because I know this sell down often happens, I'm getting to where I'm starting to short this. And oftentimes, coming into the market open, it's going to sell down to buy it open, and then sell down again. And then around 7:30, it's going to move up. In an uptrending market, it does the same thing. Except, once you get that reversal, it will tend to stay bullish until the U.S. Open, and then it gets smacked down for some reason. Let's go look at another one. Come in, open, spiked a little bit, sold down. Come to 7. Excuse me. This is open right here. Okay, spiked up, sold down just a little bit. Come to 7 o'clock. Now this one, I traded this one. This is why you need to confirm the price action. It just went. So I got in here and I went with it. So it's not every day it does that, but let's look at this one. Let me see. Come in 7 o'clock. You notice it spiked up, sold down. Come into 7:30, reverses. And let's look at another one. There's that pre-market sell down, which happens often. Come in. Let me see. 7 o'clock, spiked up a little bit, sold off. Come into this one here, reversed it. Sometimes it'll reverse around 9:15, and it just shot up. And now the dogs are barking, but that is a pattern. So go look at your charts and see if you can't see that same pattern. Remember, Central Standard Time is the times I'm doing. I'm not going to trade tonight just because Japanese market's not open, but I thought I'd go ahead and make this little Nikkei video. And I got to work in the morning. Peanut harvest right now, so I will make a better video in the future, but on my last video, people were asking for Nikkei strategy. I just want to point out that you go look at your charts and see if you see the same thing. And one day I'll make a complete video on this. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, leave a comment. You guys have a good day.